Okay, hi guys, how's it going? And welcome to week 3 of these video lessons. Next week I'm going to have a go at a key assignment. So on the classes that we have for Monday and Tuesday, I'm actually going to go live. So I'll post the assignment. If you think you can do it without my help, that's grand. You don't have to come to the live sessions. If you want to come to the live sessions and say how you doing, that's also great. Um, but yeah, so the Monday class and the Tuesday class. So I think Monday 9:40 to 10:20 roughly, and Tuesday I have to double check. It's in the afternoon sometime. But I'll go live and we'll go through that assignment together. Okay. So this is just leading up to it, and we did a little bit of this before Christmas, but the assignment will be based around this. So it's going to be income tax and net income. So there's tax, and once you get into the big bad world of earning money, you'll find that there's three different types of tax. We have PAYE, which is called pay as you earn. This is a standard tax for everyone. There's two rates, the standard rate and the higher rate, and these depend on how much you earn. And this is what the questions we're going to focus on today. Then there's the USC. This is called a universal social charge. So this tax was brought, sorry about that, in during the financial crisis of 2010. It still hasn't been scrapped. This is money that goes towards the state, so little bits and pieces and stuff like that. I imagine the USC was very helpful in the PUP payment for COVID this year and last year. And then we have PRSI, pay related social insurance. So this has always been a tax there, and it goes towards social welfare benefits such as child benefits, job seekers benefits, those benefits that people need to survive. So all three different important taxes, okay? You don't have to take this down, this is just a need to know, okay? We're going to be looking at the standard rate and the higher rate. So what that means is, let's just focus on the single person. Let's not worry about this stuff down here. You usually have two rates. So it says that if someone has a salary of 35,300. So say if they actually had 36,000 as their salary, that means 35,300 would be taxed at the 20% rate. I should probably do it at 2020. And the remainder, so if I have 36,000, if my salary is 36,000 and 35,300 is being taxed at 20%, how much is going to be left over? Well, we just do 36,000 take away 35,300 to give us 700, and that's going to be taxed at 40%. I'm going to go through a question very thoroughly with a list of steps really on how to do that. But that's just the standard rate and higher rate, okay? So if you have a pen and copy, these three lines are going to be really important for the questions on the homework this week, okay? So you can pause the video and take down these three lines. The gross tax is equal to wage multiplied by the tax rate in a decimal form. So all of our tax rates will be percentages, so you have to convert it back to a decimal. Income tax is equal to the gross tax, take away the tax credits, and net income is equal to gross income, take away income tax. All you're going to be doing is working line by line and filling in the blanks, okay? So this is the first question on your homework this week. So we're going to look at standard rate, and which you've done before Christmas, and higher rate, which is a little bit more complicated and you actually haven't done. So I'm going to get out of this and back into the visualizer. Sorry, my voice is already gone. I need to go full screen. And we'll get rid of that. So it tells me that Dave has a weekly wage of €860. He pays tax on all his wage at the standard rate of 20%. If he has a tax credit of €66, find out how much income tax he pays and his net weekly income. So when you're calculating it, maybe these three lines that you should have taken down, write the first line, leave a few spaces, write the second line, leave a few spaces, write the third line, and leave a few spaces. And we're just going to work from there. First thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to change my 20% to a decimal. So 20% In order to find this as a decimal, we divide by 100, but it's just going to be 0.2. All that we do is we move, imagine there's a decimal place here, and we move it back 1, 2 places. Okay? And now I'm going to start filling in these blanks. Okay? So my gross tax is equal to the wage. We're told Dave has a weekly wage of $8.60. Okay? So that's going to go here. And that's multiplied by the tax rate, which is 20%, but as a decimal. So that's 0.2 or 0.20. And now we can do this just on our calculator or on your phones, okay? So I'll pop it down here. So we've got 860 multiplied by 0.2, and we get 172. Okay, so that gives us our gross tax. Now we're going to find the income tax. So it says the income tax is equal to the gross tax, take away the tax credits. We just calculated the gross tax. It's 172. And we take away the tax credits. In the question, if he has a tax credit of €66, so again, we can now, sorry, there's a bit of gleam there. We can do this. 172 take away 66 is equal to €106. And the very last thing, okay, we need to find his net income. So it's the gross income take away the income tax. The gross income is just all of his wage. So the wage at the very beginning was €860. So it's going to be 860, and we take away the income tax. We just found out the income tax is 106. And we do this. So 860 take away 106, and that gives me 754. So that's going to be the first question then. And the two answers that I want you to input, it will be, you'll have to input into the Word document. You're looking for the income tax and the net income. So the two answers that you should input is income tax equals €106, and net income or net pay is equal to €754. So when you input into the assignment, just input these guys. You don't have to input all your work, okay? But if you have a piece of paper, maybe you could pause this one, pause the video, take all this down, because this will help you for the next two questions. So the next two questions which are on the assignment are going to be very similar. Don't worry that this is now a yearly wage. It's just going to be bigger numbers. That's all. It's still the same process. And now we're going to go through a higher rate question. So what I'd like you to do is take down everything that's in the box, and we're going to use this to solve this guy, okay? There's just one extra little step involved with these questions, okay? So this happens when you earn over the standard rate cutoff point. Okay, so I'm going to do this guy on the visualizer as well. Okay. So we're told that Angela has an annual salary of $46,000. Her standard rate cutoff point is $33,000, and her tax credit is $3,200. If the standard rate of income tax is 20% and the higher rate is 40%, find her income tax and her net income. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is the remainder. So the remainder is going to be the gross salary, which is here, 46,000. And we take away the standard rate cutoff point. It tells me her standard rate cutoff point is 33,000. You can do this on the calculator, or it's the same as saying 46 take away 33, so it's going to give me 13,000. So this guy here and this guy here is the tiny little bit of extra steps that's involved. Next is the gross tax. So I didn't have a lot of space, so I shortened this down to standard rate cutoff point. So that's going to be, in the question, it's 33,000. And we multiply by the standard rate. So the standard rate is 20%, okay? So remember, 20% as a decimal is 0.2. And now we're going to do the second part, which is the remainder. So we figured out the remainder was 13,000. So the remainder is what's left over that's going to get taxed at the higher rate. The higher rate is 40%. 40% as a decimal is 0.4. Okay? So we can figure these guys out separately and then add them up. So 33,000 multiplied by 0.2 is going to give me 6,600. And then 13,000 multiplied by 0.4, 5,200. So I know they're big numbers, but it's the exact same process. Then we add these together and we get 11,800. Okay? So that's the gross tax. And now we're going to do the next line. Okay? So this is the next step. The income tax is the gross tax, take away the tax credits. We just figured out the gross tax is 11,800. We take away our tax credits. In the question it says, I'll just bring this down, and her tax credit is 3,200, just there. So we're going to take away 3,200. Do this on the calculator or do it in your head. 11,800 take away 3,200 is going to give me 8,600. And the last bit is the net income. So we take our gross income, which was the salary at the very beginning, which is here, 46,000. And we take away the income tax, which we just figured out was 8,600. When you take these guys away on your calculator, 46,000, take away 8,600, 37,400. So the two answers that you'll be using will be this guy and this guy. So again, your answer will be income tax equals 8,600 euros and net income or net pay is equal to 37,400. So those will be the answers that you'll be writing into the Word document, and this is the long, it's kind of long, it's kind of lengthy, but the steps are all there. Just follow the steps that are in the PowerPoint, okay? And you'll get the answer. So you can pause this and make sure that you've got all of this down, because this will help you in the next two questions. So that was that question there, and all I've done is I've just followed these steps here. So as long as you've got this guy taken down, you're fine. There, it's in the assignment as well, this guy here. So the next two questions, so you'll have to do 4 questions by yourself, are just going to be these two. Okay, they're also in the assignment. The higher rate questions are a little bit tough, but really do give them a go and see how you get on. Any other questions, I'm available throughout the week, okay? If you need me to help you with anything or anything like that, just send me a message, okay? Apart from that, guys, have a great week, and I look forward to our live classes next week. Please attend. See you soon. Goodbye.